For more than 90 minutes, the DP chair, Basha, blocked the Assembly podium today on the grounds that he believes the Prime Minister, Edi Rama, is hindering and sabotaging the country's integration into the EU. Former Prime Minister Berisha accused the Maritime Agreement's negotiating group of closing the deal in favouring of the neighbouring state of Greece by extending their maritime borders. The opposition today boycotted the meeting of the Tirana Municipal Council, declaring them a worthless exercise. Despite this, the majority managed to approve a number of projects for the benefit of Tirana. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Thursday the 7th of June 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. The US Ambassador to Albania, Donald Lu, met today with the Interior Minister Fatmir Jafaj. The meeting lasted about 30 minutes and was held at the premises of the Interior Ministry. There was no announcement about their meeting, but Ambassador Lu was seen in the office of Minister Jafaj just minutes after the session of the plenary, where the leader of the DP continued to make accusations against Prime Minister Rama and Fatmir Jafaj. Basha declared that they are defending Agron Jafaj despite his involvement in the criminal activity of drug trafficking. In the press release, the meeting focused on recent developments in the country, especially the efforts of the Interior Ministry and the State Police in the fight against organised crime. Minister Jafaj acquainted the ambassador with the current situation and the activity of the State Police in this fight. The US ambassador praised the work and achievements of the Ministry of Interior and State Police, stressing that it is very important for the latter to be motivated to continue with determination in the fight against organised crime. In this context, he expressed the strong support of the US, as well as other partner countries, to the Interior Ministry and Minister Jafaj for all their efforts to provide citizens with more order and security. Ambassador Lu encouraged Minister Jafaj and the State Police to further intensify efforts and to deliver more results in the fight against organised crime because, according to him, this is what the citizens expect from the State Police. He once again confirmed the support and assistance of the US and law enforcement agencies to improve the results achieved so far, was said in the press release. Minister Jafaj praised Ambassador Lu's message of support for that which the State Police are doing, as well as an expression of the already consolidated partnership between Albania and the United States. For the first time since the release of audio tapping, which was purported to implicate the Interior Minister's brother, Agron Jafaj, the US Ambassador Donald Lu gave a statement on the issue. When asked by Aura News about this matter, the US Ambassador had this to say: "I am paying close attention to the accusations against Minister Jafaj and his brother Agron Jafaj. Facts and evidence, including the truthfulness and circumstances surrounding the published audio tapping, deserve to be investigated independently," explained Donald Lu. However, this may not be a reason to criticise the work of police and prosecutors in arresting dangerous leaders of organised crime, a point emphasised in the US Ambassador's response. In conclusion, US Ambassador Donald Lu issued a strong sentiment declaring the time for Albania to complete this work is now. The Parliament session today was again held amidst debates, with the opposition refusing to release the podium and causing 3 separate interruptions to the session. Refusing to allow anyone else to speak from the podium, Democratic Party Chairman Basha accused Prime Minister Edi Rama of hindering Albania's integration. However, according to the majority, the biggest obstacle to integration is the opposition, with Talon Bala accusing Basha that, at the beginning of the week, he had meetings in the Bundestag against the opening of negotiations. Democratic Party Parliamentary Group Chairman Edmond Spaho mentioned these sceptical countries in regards to the European integration of Albania. Despite the opposition blocking the podium, the majority continued their discussion and voted on the draft laws of the agenda. Although the session was closed, the debate continued outside the Assembly, this time between the chair of the Socialist Party's parliamentary group, Talon Bala, and the leader of the Socialist Movement for Integration, Monika Kruemavi. Former Prime Minister Berisha has taken on the statement of the Greek Defence Minister, who yesterday said that his country will soon expand its maritime borders. This enlargement, Berisha said, will be at the expense of Albania, and for that, the negotiating group for the Maritime Agreement must be held responsible. According to him, they have closed the agreement in favour of our neighbours without provisions for an economic zone. This is the truth of the criminal silence, the acts of national betrayal being performed these days, and this is one of the causes of a coup d'etat in a state. However, as you know, no, the agreement must necessarily pass through the Constitutional Court, said Sally Berisha. In response to Berisha, the chair of the parliamentary group of the Socialist Party, Talon Bala, said that the issue of the maritime border with Greece is a nightmare for Berisha, who cannot escape from the national betrayal of the previous agreement formulated under his watch. I say very clearly, the only traitor in the deal with Greece is you, Sally, retorted Talon Bala. A day earlier, Greece's defence minister announced that his country would soon expand the maritime border, but without specifying concrete parameters. The Independent Qualification Commission held 2 hearings today to determine the outcome of the vetting process on 2 different individuals. For the serious crimes prosecutor Dritan Prenci, a trial panel composed of Gente Tafa, Pamela Circo and Suela Jegu determined that the appropriate outcome was reconfirmation of duty. According to the investigation conducted by the IQC, it was decided that prosecutor Dritan Prenci was clean in the 3 criteria defined by the law, those being verification of wealth, reputation and professional qualifications. It should be noted that Prenci is one of the prosecutors who has been tasked with investigating the Saimir Tahiri case. Meanwhile, the Independent Qualification Commission also decided on reconfirmation of office for Edmond Islamai, who is a judge of the High Court. The decision was made by the same members of the trial panel. According to the investigation conducted by the IQC, it turned out that there was no evidence to support that Edmond Islamai had any wrongdoings in regards to the 3 defined criteria. The Democratic Party and the Socialist Movement for Integration in the meeting of the Tirana Municipal Council followed the same strategy as has been seen on a federal level. On the grounds that they believe 6 members of the City Council have been awarded mandates in an illegal manner, they decided to boycott today's Municipal Council meeting. The court accepted the lawsuit we filed regarding the invalid mandates of 6 council members. We are sure the court will very quickly see that these mandates were determined illegally and, with the same reasoning, will also undermine the increased price of drinking water in the city of Tirana, said Fation Topalai. The Mayor expressed his regret for the attitudes of the opposition members. I feel sorry for this situation, but of course the elections are next year. We are now finalising our 3rd year of this mandate. Next year we will remain as candidates in the election, and my question is, what will be the result? Provoked Erion Veliai. The majority adopted a set of decisions, firstly relating to property tax, which is currently 100 lek a month. It was determined that no changes will be made until the federal government determines the institutions who will collect the tax, be it the electricity distribution operator or not. We agree with the council to remain unchanged in Tirana until there is a national decision on how the collection of property tax will continue, declared Erion Veliai. Meanwhile, a debate broke out with accusations being made that the municipality spent millions of euros in order to host the concerts of Rita Ora and Ermal Meta in Tirana. Mayor Veliai challenged the skeptics and confirmed if evidence was found to support such claims, he would immediately resign. If the municipality has spent such money on these artists, I will resign from the municipality. Should you realise that the money spent was similar to that of our friends in Verona, I will continue to be very proud of being able to organise such an event, stated Erion Veliai. Robert Andronica, a well-renowned artist and one of the most critical voices regarding the National Theatre project, was appointed to lead the National Theatre Commission. A further decision was made to increase the salary for Andronica and all other commission members by 10,000 lek. We also proposed the council to approve the salary increase, confirmed Erion Veliai. Salary indexing will also be introduced for educators. This is good news for the hundreds of educators in Tirana. It's about raising their salary. Now that the municipality has even more finances, after the firefighters, we have promised that it would be the educators who receive that which they have anticipated for years. It is our way of saying thank you to them for their sacrifices, said Erion Veliai. Regarding tourism, the municipality of Tirana has reported 300,000 tourists in 4 months. The expectation is that during the season, the capital will be visited by more than 1 million tourists, which equates to a similar number as the residents of our capital city. The municipality of Tirana has published the list of the first winners for the loan interest subsidy program. There are 2,556 chosen names in this first phase of all those who have completed the applications. The municipal council has a maximum quota of 500 loans to be provided, meaning that the current list is not conclusive and will need to be shortlisted until the best applications can be selected. At this stage, successful applicants will be contacted by the municipal officers to complete their documentation, and on July 15th, they will be fully handed over. over. Soft loans offered in social housing programs, giving citizens the opportunity to benefit from a bank loan, but with an interest rate capped at a maximum of 3%. There are a number of categories that will be viewed with priority: new families, families with one parent, disabled people, and those who are homeless. Applicants must be over the age of 18 years, purchasing their first home in a residential area, and must also meet the assessment income criteria. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.